Sarah, our condolences to you. Only 14 weeks have passed, and I can see how emotional you are just seeing him in those video diaries.
Yeah.
Do those video diaries hurt you or help you?
No, they help because I'm seeing him, and he said to me, shall I do some diaries, some videos? I said, yeah, because you're so articulate, and he's very amusing in them as well. And his sense of humour came out, and also his total bravery, because you say his Parkinson's and the pain. In fact, the pain was from his back was degenerating completely. Yeah. He basically had the bottom vertebrae were just not working. Yeah. How he stood to the end, and he only gave up work on the 23rd of September last year. But it was, and because of the pain, he couldn't sleep. He was lucky if he got 3 hours a night, and by that I mean 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, half an hour there. And so he'd be up most of the night. He wrote his memoir. That is what, for 7 whole months he did that. And he was actually working on his memoir at 1:40 a.m, because a friend emailed me afterwards, on the day we were going to Switzerland on the 26th of April.
The decision to go to Switzerland, and that can only be taken by someone who's in huge pain and someone who's witnessing that pain. It's easy, I think, for people to judge, but if you have to witness something, it's a whole different ball game, isn't it? Was the decision, do you remember how the decision was made and where it was made? And
yes, we were having supper. It was about, now it's about 2.5 years ago, and he said to me, he was nervous and sort of slightly embarrassed, and he said, I've thought about all the ways to commit suicide, but they can go horribly wrong, and then I can end up in hospital on life support and God knows what else. He said, so I've downloaded everything from Dignitas. What do you think? And we'd always talked about life has to be worth living. There's no point being alive if it's not worth living. And we'd always thought this, so I absolutely agreed with him. And so we started the process of joining Dignitas, and when he was ready, you then get all the information you need from your doctor. You have to be very smart, basically have the gravitas and the presence to say to your doctor, I want my reports, I don't want any, putting it in a nice way. I want everything. And he lied and said it was for pension purposes.
Yeah. So if he had told the GP, they would have to report?
Well, God, no.
You didn't want to run the risk?
So against it.
What other documents did you need?
Oh, you have to have your marriage certificate, birth
dental
certificate.
Records?
That, you then have to go to the dentist and say, I want all my teeth x-rayed. And they look at you and you say, why do you want that? And he said, and he had that presence, that's, 69, 70-year-old man or whatever he was then, saying, because I want them. But you have to have that kind of presence to get this stuff out of people without...
This all took about 9 months, is that right?
Yes.
And was he getting worse in those 9 months?
Yes, and especially... Oh, yes. I mean, the back crumbling was just the pain. And because the Parkinson's medication really only works for 5 years, the horrid little secret is it's going to basically stop working after 5 years. So they up and up and up the dosage. Yeah. You have more and more and more side effects. And the worst one was when they told him that you need patches now. So he had patches.